Hi, it's Sean, the Fluency Awesomizer, and this is Decoding Multi-Syllabic Words, episode 48. Got 5 words I want to look at. Let's get started. Read these words right out loud when you see them. 5 of them. Ready? What's this? How about this? And this. 2 more. And this. All right, question for you. Were any of those tricky to read? If so, keep watching. I'm going to demonstrate some great decoding strategies you can use when you're reading independently and you get stuck on a big unfamiliar word. First, a reminder of the tortoise and the hare fable and the moral: slow and steady wins the race, which is great advice when you get stuck on a big unfamiliar word like this one, for example. You can think of these words as races. There is a finish line. If you read like the hare and you come to a big word like this, you might want to get finished first quickly and you'll zip through, and that's where mistakes can happen. If you read like the tortoise, you take it slow and steady. That patience is definitely going to help improve your reading. So be patient. Let's practice. All right, this word, if I break it apart with my fingers, I can see per in the beginning. That is an R-controlled sound, not to be confused with PR consonant pair. I don't have a vowel yet. I just hear pr. So there's pre. Those 2 syllables are easily confused. There's sist, persist. Yeah, this is the word persisted. And it comes from the root persist. That is a verb. Put an ed on the end. You have the past tense verb persisted. All right, next word. Look at the N. I can see the word dent at the end, and it's okay to start at the finish line when you're stuck on an unfamiliar word. There's dent. There is an N. I'm showing you dent because there is an N at the end of this word. All right, is it sid-ent or is it side-ent? There's pre or is it press? This is president. And president is a person. It comes from the root preside, which is a verb that means to lead. And that S in preside, if you listen to it, that makes a Z sound, preside. And the reason is because preside, we get that word from the French version of preside. And in French, that S can make a Z sound. And that's why it does in the English language. So it's something to know about the letter S. Sometimes it's a Z. So put a D on the end. There's already an E, and you can get presided, past tense verb. Put an NT, and you get the noun president, president. Looking at that S again, a nickname for a president might be the prez, and that's where that Z comes from. So, but it's not a Z, remember that. All right, the next word, speaking of prez, that could be prez again, present. Yeah, that makes sense. Or is it pre-sent? Ted, yeah, this is presented. And presented, the root word is present. Tricky word because it has 2 pronunciations. Present, which, oh, for me, is a noun, or present, which is a verb, to present in front of an audience, for example. That S, again, if you listen, is making a Z sound, present. Because, yeah, we get it from French. A lot of French in the English language, so you kind of have to study French along with English. That's why I'm here. So there's present, put an ED on the end, you have the past tense verb presented. All right, this is a really tricky word. Looking at the beginning, there's per, again, that R-controlled sound, not to be confused with PR consonant pair up top. I don't have a vowel sound yet, pre, all right? So there's per, sev, there's sever, another R-controlled sound, sever or severe. And this is persevered. Persevere is the root word. It is a verb, and we get that from the French language too, persevere. And it's by way of Latin, goes way back to Latin too, but that's the root. And persevere is a verb. It's got the E there, so just put a D. You don't pronounce red at the end. It looks like it, but you don't pronounce red. You don't hear the E, persevered. That's one of the 3 rules about ED endings. Sometimes it just makes a D sound, persevered, persevered. And the last word, there's pre, again, the PR consonant pair, pre. There's pres, and there's serve, R controlled sound in the middle of that. Yeah, this is preserved. Preserve is the root word. It's a noun or a verb. Preserve, it could also be preserved, but more commonly it's the word preserve, and that S is making a Z sound again, because as you can guess, preserve, we get that from French too. Preserve, put a D on the N and you don't hear the E, preserved. It's a 2-syllable word, preserved. All right, that's it for today. Subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on Facebook for more helpful decoding videos like this one. My Facebook page, my photos, there's an album full of reading challenges I've written to help you practice decoding those big words and to awesomize your fluency too. If you haven't followed or liked or subscribed yet, search the Fluency Awesomizer to find me either at YouTube or Facebook. Hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. Come back and see me soon. Bye.